Hey planner besties, welcome or welcome back, y'all. I am finally getting around to recording this video. I wanted to record it for so long, so I'm glad that I'm finally getting to it. This is my HP Classic Shop My Stash. If you guys haven't seen my Q2 planner lineup, I talk about my social media planner and a life planner that I made, which are both the classic size. And I just want to say that mostly all of these inserts come from subscription boxes. So if I say the shop and you can't find it on their website, it's most likely because it was exclusive to the sub box. That tends to happen a lot. And yeah, I just had a lot of subscriptions last year, the year before that, and I just accrued so much inserts that I am just trying to go through all of the items before I ever consider like a different planner size, or even most importantly shopping any more inserts. I also did a similar video for my mini where I showed you guys all of my inserts, so I'll link that down below if you haven't seen that as well. So let's get into it. I did kind of already organize it by the type of inserts that they are, and I'm gonna start off with the easiest one. And the easiest ones for me are like my notes inserts, because I know that I am going to dig through these, and I was hoping that I can dig through it by the end of the year, but I have so much inserts that is not gonna happen. So I would most likely still be shopping my stash into 2027. So yeah, I'm sticking true to my shop my stash. So my first insert, well, this is kind of like, oh, actually they're kind of together. So I have like to-do list and notes all in one. So let's just go through them, y'all. This checklist layout, I believe, is from Jane's Agenda. When I go through these items, I'm gonna kind of, for me, but also for you guys as well, if you have these inserts, I'm gonna see how I could use this either in my social media or in my life planner. For this one, I think this can be really good in my social media planner. This can just help me jot down videos that I have to do for the month and cross it off when I get to them. So I can see myself definitely using this in my planner. And then we have a to-do list, which I don't have a lot of to-dos when it comes to social media. So this would most likely go in my life planner for daily tasks that I might have to do. I do like this idea because my life planner is basically like a brain dump of things that I have to do for the day. And when I don't get it done, I might leave it there, or I'll cross it out and move it over to a new page. So this can definitely be used. And then y'all, I had this brain dump insert. Oh, I realized I didn't even mention where these were from. So both of these are from Infinite Lotus. So this brain dump insert is really nice too, because it helps you break down the tasks that you have to do. Again, some of these inserts I already tried in my social media planner. So I did try this in my social media planner before, but it wasn't, I didn't need it, okay? So maybe in my life planner, this would help me break down tasks that I have to do, because not everything is really urgent in a life planner, if you will. I think recently in my planner, I had things like, you know, finish up my taxes, which would be in urgent and important, but something like shred my mail is something that's not urgent and not important, or actually important and not urgent, you know what I mean? So I could kind of categorize what I need to spend my time on. So I do like these. And then these note pages are from the Happy Planner, which I got this some time ago when I was making a continuing education planner, just so I could take notes on the courses that I was watching. But actually I've been bad. I haven't been keeping up with my CEUs. So I definitely need to take some before the year ends. But since I still have time, I'm not really doing courses anymore. So I don't need to take a whole bunch of notes. I'm just like watching little videos. But I think this can still go in my social media planner, because I do take notes on videos that I record. So yeah, this can definitely go in there. And then these pages from Jane's Agenda, it just has reference topic and update date. So again, I can definitely use this when I'm pre-planning my social media videos. And then we get these pages from Jane's Agenda, still no pages, but this gives like fall deco vibes. So definitely I use this in my social media planner around fall time. I love it. I love the fall. I talked about that before. This is probably one of my favorite note pages that she sent us over. I have a similar one that I'm going to show you guys as well, and I just thought that was so cute. And then y'all, I have these dot grid inserts that I think that I picked up from Amazon some time ago, so nothing special about these. I'm actually a grid girly, so I guess I found that out after I picked these out, but since I have them, I do use this in my life planner. This is where I brain dump my daily to-do list for the day. So yeah, once this is done, I won't be getting dot grid. I am definitely a graph girl. And then some note pages from Jane's Agenda as well. I only have a few of these pages, and the one I showed you guys from Jane's Agenda in the beginning, because it probably came in like a bundle in the sub box that we got to try out different inserts. So this just says date and topic. Again, I can definitely use this for pre-planning my social media videos. And last but not least, in the note category of my inserts, this is from Live Love Posh. So Live Love Posh did like a chic coquette collection some time ago, and they gave us a whole bunch of these beautiful pages with a bow across the top. And I have been using this in the spring, summertime in my planner. I love it. I guess I love note pages that have a little element of what the season is, especially because my social media planner is very decorative. It just goes so perfect. So y'all, this is my stack of note pages. As you can see, this is a healthy stack. So anytime I run out of inserts in either my life planner or social media planner, I am pulling from these note pages. So yeah, I can see myself having this into 2027 for sure. And then the other two piles are like dailies, weeklies, like inserts that are intended for those reasonings, and also inserts that I'm just gonna have to repurpose, maybe do a reheading on my own. I actually like this video. I feel like this video is kind of helpful, really makes me see what's in my stash, and it's a lot, y'all. I know I have a lot of items, and that's why I don't have sub boxes anymore other than cloth and paper and my Stick with Katie sticker subscription, because you just accumulate things so fast. But most of my stash right now is, of course, my classic and my mini. Those are my go-tos. Okay, so this first insert is a daily plan insert from Infinite Lotus. And already I know for social media, I do not need this. So this can be for my life planner if I have a busy day and I guess I want to break down my day. So you have 5 to 12, a space for notes at the bottom, and the back page is the same thing. So these are a lot of daily pages, y'all. I do have some daily pages already in my life planner, so once that's done, I definitely move into these. And then we have this weekly habit tip-in from Jane's Agenda, which I absolutely loved. I used to have this in my social media planner, but right now my insert does have a habit tracker, so I'm not currently using these, but this was pretty good for me to track how often I was uploading on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. So this works for me for social media, but not my life planner, because I feel like it's just too much work to update my life planner. For social media, 3 months from now, I can go back and be like, oh yeah, I uploaded on so-and-so date. But for like a life planner, if I didn't take a picture or if I didn't have an appointment in my calendar, I'm gonna forget those details. So it's just a hassle for me to track things in my life planner to me. So yeah, this would definitely go in a social media planner. And then this is an annual goal sheet from Jane's Agenda, which I did use before in my social media planner, but I was just marking down like where my subscribers were for the year. I just feel like in 2026, I decided to not use that. But yeah, this worked pretty good. Maybe in 2027, I will use this again just because I have it. I can definitely go in and put YouTube, and I could put, I'm actually not going to do it. I didn't use it as a goal sheet. Like I didn't fill in ahead of time. I just kind of back planned and put where my subscribers ended up being for the month. I think that's how I ended up using that. So I would put YouTube for this page, Instagram, TikTok, and yeah. So maybe next year I will use these inserts. And then moving on to a weekly page from Infinite Lotus. And this is 14 weeks, so I have a lot of pages. So the back side has your Monday to Sunday schedule. And then on the right side, you just have a whole space for dot grid. I really like this layout. I just wish it was like in a personal size. I did say that in my quarter two lineup video, that a little personal size is all that I need. So this is like the most perfect layout, but it's just that I don't need all of this space. But again, this can go either way. This can live in my life planner, or this can live in my social media planner. I can definitely do like a to-do list over here, or maybe videos I plan to record, videos I plan to upload. So yeah, the only reason I probably don't have it in my social media planner right now is because I have dated inserts going into the end of the year. So yeah, this might be a life planner thing for me. Next up is this insert from Jane's Agenda, which I did use this last year in my social media planner. I like this because it was a challenge for me to go ahead and figure out how to use stickers in here, and it came out pretty good. My only observation was like, I wish this was in a mini size, because Saturday and Sunday are the smallest here, which I don't work Saturday and Sunday. So that would have been perfect. But for social media, I record and upload the most on Saturday and Sunday. So that was kind of like, you know. But this wasn't bad for my social media planning. And then the back was free writing space. So I feel like I did a lot of deco on the back. This was a cool insert, but I wouldn't go out my way to buy this for sure. And then last but not least, for scheduling kind of inserts, is this insert from Infinite Lotus. And this is a little bit more detailed than I like, because it does have your Monday to Thursday. It's just very broken down, you know, because it has AM to PM, and it's like, I'm not really, for social media, for sure not, I'm not uploading AM versus PM. And for a life planner, I don't need this. It's gonna get very redundant for me to put work in the AM and task in the afternoon, work in the AM, task in the afternoon. This would work really good if somebody had like a catch-all planner, so they could put everything they have to do in the AM, whether pertaining to work, personal life, business, family. You could put everything you need to do in the AM and everything you need to do in the PM. But yeah, this is way too specific for me, so I don't know how I'm gonna use this. I might white out AM and PM and make it as a task list. So this could be something that I can do. Yeah, that will make the most sense to me. All right, y'all, so this last section are all inserts that, just off how it's formatted, I know I won't use them, but I might have to take my time to see how I can repurpose them. So yeah, this is that whole stash. I'm actually gonna think about it while I'm recording this video, so I'm thinking about this in live time. So this is Infinite Lotus again. As you can see, a lot of things are Infinite Lotus. This is the exercise log, which I won't lie, I don't really exercise. I do walk a lot. Like, I'm the type of person, I'm gonna walk to the train. I'm at work, I'm walking up and down the stairs. I don't really do elevators. I don't do buses. So hey, if you want to count that as exercise, but other than that, I don't exercise. I mean, granted, I know you should. So maybe one day I'll have a log, but yeah. So for me to repurpose this actually kind of looks like a task list again. Just the fact that these two columns are kind of smaller, I wouldn't really know what to do here. Maybe I could use this as a checklist. Like, I could just check it off. This could stay a date, and this could stay the description of a video if I did this as a social media insert. Or for life planner, I probably would kind of do the same thing. So yeah, whenever I finish any task list inserts that I showed you guys before, I'll probably repurpose this exercise log as that. And then this gifts received insert, y'all. So I think that I had Infinite Lotus for, I don't know, maybe like 6 months, 5 months. I don't know. It took me, I'm gonna actually research how long that was, and I'm gonna put it up on the screen. I think it's 6 or 5 months. And it took me, I feel like, a short amount of time for me to be like, yeah, I need to unsubscribe, because I was getting too much inserts, and we didn't have sneak peeks as to what kind of inserts we would get. So I would know, like, okay, personal planner versus work planner. So yeah, that's why you're seeing a lot of Infinite Lotus. So again, gift received, I wouldn't use it as this, maybe around Christmas time, but these are a lot of pages. Like, how many gifts are you giving and receiving? This is gonna last me my whole life if I use it in this way. So yeah, you have, again, 3 columns. They're kind of the same size. and then you have like circles here already. I would kind of try to use it the same way I would have did the exercise log, figure out how to make it into a task list. So yeah, that's what we would do with that. And then I just have this one little singular page from Jane's Agenda, my wish list. I already know this came from a kit. I think I have the kit in here, probably like a Black Friday kit. So again, I would repurpose this as a task list. I do have order trackers in my planner, which I haven't been using. Oh, look, speaking of which, so again, this is just so specific. I would need to figure out how to repurpose this. I'm not going to want to do because I'm going to have to white out a lot, but this is basically, you know, subscriptions that you have. I don't even know why I bought this, to be honest. I thought I only got order tracker, but I guess not. I just wanted to track like social media related stuff that I got, like any hauls kind of things. But I don't know, maybe I'll go back to using that. That's just something I thought about recently, that I don't really like these inserts. Oh, and I didn't even say where this was from. This subscription tracker is from Fancy Plans Co. Also, for Fancy Plans Co., she has a lot of detailed inserts, but I'm realizing that that's probably a detriment to me for things to be that specific. I guess I don't need things that specific. I like to make things into my own. So I realized that about myself as well. Now, Jane's Agenda, she has a whole reading pack, which I won't lie, y'all, I do not read, which sounds crazy, but I am more a podcast kind of person. I'll watch a long YouTube video talking about a topic, but like, I just haven't been into reading. I think when I did actually get through a book, it was immersive reading. I was listening and holding a book at the same time, so that does help me. But a lot of the things I'm interested in, like finance, kind of like spirituality things, I get that information from podcasts and videos, YouTube videos. So yeah, I don't use this insert. I had it for a while. Again, to repurpose this, I would have to white out a lot of things. I don't even know what I blocked off here, but this was specific for me to block something off. You have reading notes, book reviews, and I really want to get into reading again. It's so much things preoccupying my time. I know people be like, oh, you got to make time for things, but I do have a bunch of books here that I had for forever that I wanted to get through. Y'all, I just looked at my camera and it looked so unfocused. So I'm hoping that it picked up what I just showed y'all. So I'm gonna show y'all again. These were Jane's Agenda inserts that I was talking about. Reading notes, book reviews, book log, and yeah. I don't know why that didn't focus. Thank God I looked, because what is going on? All right, next insert is this Jane's Agenda project insert, which I did not dig into. This has a lot, like really specific planning out projects. You have the Gantt chart, project start, end, task, actions, and I don't really need this for social media. I don't have social media projects. That sounds kind of crazy. But for my life planner, I don't have life projects either. I did have like a room renovation that I was doing, but I don't need all of this. It's not that deep for all of this. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with this project insert. I don't know. We just gonna have to keep that to the side. Again, Jane's Agenda, a biohacking log. This also gives tracker to me. Like I said, I don't use trackers, so this goes very detailed into the month, tracking like a cycle, hours of sleep, your mood, your energy. This is a lot. I know there's people that do that, and they even do like the little, what do you call it, like arrow charts, line charts to show the trends of those kind of things. But that's a lot, y'all. That is a lot for me. But yeah, we get this, a biohacking log. As you can see, I save these inserts for last because these are just inserts that I don't know. But if you do have any recommendations of how I can repurpose some of these, if you have them, definitely let me know. So Infinite Lotus, again, product reviews. The only way I could see myself using this is like social media once again. But when I do hauls, I'm actually opening the items in real time with you guys. It's not like I'm doing a video showing you my favorites for the month after the fact, where I can, you know, do little notes. I like this item, I like this item, let me rank it, and then record a video. So that's the only way I could see myself using this for social media. For a life planner, I just don't do that with this. I think if I was into like scents, that's something I did want to get into more. I do have scents that I just stick with, but if I was expanding my perfume palette, I feel like this would be really, really good for that. So yeah, maybe I might keep it in my life planner for that reason. All right, so close friends and family. What is this? Oh, this is part of the pack that I was telling you about, Jane's Agenda. I think that other page, the wish list, came from here. I actually might put it together. Yeah, so I'll probably put it together with this. Again, this is like holiday inserts. She tends to do this every year. She'll give you like Black Friday shopping, close friends and family, extended friends and family, a holiday budget, Black Friday deals. So this is too specific to use outside of anything than the holidays. So when that time comes around, I will probably use this. Another Jane's Agenda is the debrief worksheet, which has date, project, or focus area, wins, and opportunities. So there are times when I had a Jane's Agenda sub box. That sub box I had for a while. That had to have been almost 2 years, or a little less than 2 years, that I had the Jane's Agenda sub box. But that sub box for me was the dashboards, all of the creative dashboards. That was my #1 reason for getting that sub box. But when it came to like the inserts, a lot of them could be used for me for work, but I don't want those creative dashboards for work. So it got to a point with Jane's Agenda as well. I was like, I'm just getting too much stuff. I had to cancel that sub box. If I do like dashboards that she releases, then I'll just shop those separate. So yeah, this was wins, opportunities, like a debrief worksheet. I won't, you know what, possibly this can be used for social media, I guess, if I want to reflect on the month. Yeah, this seems more like a social media insert than a life planner, because like I said, I don't have a lot of life projects, if you will. So Jane's Agenda again. So it looks like most of the inserts I don't know how to use are Jane's Agenda inserts. Okay, again, this was another one. I feel like I had a want to make a HP Classic work planner, which is kind of crazy because y'all see my mini. I know I love my mini down, but there was a time just for me to get rid of these inserts that I would have used. I just would have created a classic work planner and used it for like 6 months just to get rid of these things. I don't know. Should I do that, y'all? It would be fun to switch up my planner around, but damn, my mini. Because these are just not going to get used. They're going to get wasted, or, you know, I should probably give it away, I guess. This focus outline I can most definitely use for work. You know, kind of like a project, breaking down a project that you have, and I have a whole bunch of projects. The classic is just so big for work. That is crazy, but I think it will be really fun for me to switch it up at some point, especially because these are undated. I could always be like, you know what, I'm tired of this planner. I don't want to deal with it anymore. So I don't know, maybe we'll do something like that. Maybe we'll see. So Jane's Agenda again, a travel insert planner insert. That's what it says, travel insert planner insert. I don't travel much, I do say this, but I guess if I was planning a trip, this will be really, really good for that. You have your outfit planner, you have a packing list, which already tells you what you need to pack. Jane's Agenda is another shop that is really, really detailed with her inserts, but the detail in her inserts, I don't really mind. They are pretty good. You have a trip planner. It's basically everything that you need for a trip. I absolutely love this. If I was taking a trip, I will pull this out. And this even has like conference companion, I guess if you're going on a conference. But this too as well can be used for work, right? Even for my role, for what I do, if I was booking a trip for somebody, I can help somebody pre-plan their conference, right? All right, y'all, we are almost done. I feel like this was a fun video. Then we get the Jane's Agenda Memory Keeper Planner insert, which when I got this, I was like, I do not like this. This gives kind of like journaling feels, but they did it as a planner insert. So this is basically memory keeping. You have like little boxes here that you can, I guess, put whatever it is that you want. Let me show y'all, because it's very faint. So like very faint boxes. You can put memories, you can write in here, which I do like, but if this was like a book format, not an insert format. So then you have a page for favorite quotes and sayings. The idea is cute, but it's like, I don't need this in my planner. So you have daily journaling. Yeah, this is going to be one of those inserts that stay in my planner for some time. Not in my planner, in my stash for some time. And then you have a box here, and then free writing space. And it kind of just repeats. So really nice, but yeah, don't think I would use it. Oh, y'all, look at these pages all bent up. So actually, those were the last inserts, because what is left are more of the product reviews that we just discussed that I might use for like perfume scents that I want to try out. All right, y'all, so those are all of my HP Classic inserts. I know it's a lot, but once I got to this point of this stack, I already knew, like, yeah, it is time to let go of my subscription boxes. I just want to show y'all a side view. Look at this, y'all. Look at this side view. Like, this is a lot of inserts. I really did consider, like I said, making an HP Classic work planner. I don't know. Let me know if you guys would be interested in that. That would be really fun. Like I said, I had the cloth and paper fluted dashboard in my wish list for some time, because, you know, if I did do a work planner, it will definitely still be sleek and cute. So yeah, I don't know. Let me know how you guys would use any of the inserts, if you do have them, if you have any questions. This was a fun video. Let me know below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.